Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we unravel the mysteries of Patrik Svensson's The Book of Eels, a fascinating exploration into the elusive world of eels. Drawing upon a blend of natural history and personal memoir, Svensson charts a course through the enigmatic life cycle of eels, creatures that captivate both the scientific community and the general public with their ability to transform and endure a harrowing Atlantic journey just to reproduce. Patrik Svensson's narrative is as rich and meandering as the watery habitats of the eel itself. His personal connection to eel fishing shines through, grounded in the experiences shared with his father along the streams of Sweden. As an established journalist for Svensson, Svensson marries his professional acumen with a deep-rooted passion for storytelling. He invites readers to ponder the enduring mysteries of the eel, an animal that has continuously evaded the understanding of researchers through the ages. The Book of Eels is an essential read for anyone entranced by nature's curiosities and the stories that weave through the fabric of the wild. It's a call to mystery enthusiasts who delight in puzzles that nature refuses to solve easily, and an insightful reflection for environmentalists dedicated to ensuring the future of these fascinating creatures. Join us as we delve into this zoological odyssey that is bound to leave you pondering the wonders of the natural world long after the final page. The Book of Eels, our enduring fascination with the most mysterious creature in the natural world. Introduction. Discover the enigmatic life of the elusive eel. Imagine a creature shrouded in such secrecy that its very nature defies full understanding. That creature is the eel. Enigmatic and elusive, these slippery beings have captured human imagination for centuries. From their snake-like appearance to their incredible endurance out of water, eels are truly in a league of their own. Yet, despite their proximity to our own habitats, observing an eel in the wild is a rarity, a testament to their remarkable ability to remain hidden from prying eyes. Plunge into the eel's unsolved mysteries. Eels have mystified humans for millennia. Their life cycle remains one of nature's most closely guarded secrets. They undergo dramatic metamorphoses that baffle scientists, and not a single human has witnessed their breeding rituals. We have eel questions dating back to the great minds of history, from Aristotle's theories to Freud's psychological inferences. The European eel, known scientifically as Anguilla anguilla, presents a puzzle that continues to challenge the most dedicated researchers. Unlock the long-standing quest to locate eel reproductive organs. In the 1800s, a fervor erupted across the scientific community, a race to locate eel reproductive organs. Biologists dissected countless specimens, yet their search was met with a frustrating lack of evidence, as eel testicles evaded their tools and eyes. The lack of reproductive clarity added layers to the mystery, whetting the appetite of curious minds across Europe. Explore the eel's unique perception of time. Eels may perceive time distinct from humans. Their life cycle is spread across vast periods, with some phases exhibiting rapid changes, others spanning years in stasis. This unique temporal existence hints at an entirely different way of experiencing the world, further setting the eel apart from other species and intriguing those who delve into their secrets. Uncover how eels influenced Freud's insights. The unusual reproductive life of eels had perhaps an unexpected influence on the young Sigmund Freud. Before becoming the father of psychoanalysis, Freud spent a portion of his early career dissecting hundreds of eels in an attempt to find their gonads. This preoccupation with understanding the hidden aspects of eel sexuality may have left an imprint on his later development of psychoanalytic theories, which revolve around bringing repressed desires to light. In the mysterious dance of the eel, much remains to be discovered. As we peel back the layers of what is known, the eel's cryptic existence challenges our understanding of the natural world, beckoning us deeper into its aquatic enigma. Part 1. Embark on the transformative voyage of the life cycle of eels. Eels, those slippery denizens of the deep, are not the simple serpentine fish they might seem to be at first glance. Yes, they can appear dark and slick during one particular stage of their existence, but eels are actually a tale of transformation, showcasing a life cycle that reads like an epic journey of metamorphosis. Mysteries of the Deep, the 4 developmental stages of eels. The life of an eel is a narrative split into 4 distinct developmental acts, a saga that begins and ends in the enigmatic waters of the Sargasso Sea. This breeding ground, nestled northwest in the Atlantic Ocean, serves as the cradle of life for these creatures. Picture the strangeness of the leptocephalus larvae, the first form these creatures take, a sheer enigma of nature. Picture thin, flat beings, seemingly drawn by children, disproportionate with barely their heads, floating in the womb of the sea. Driven by a primal instinct, these larvae embark on a transatlantic odyssey. Carried by the currents of the Gulf Stream, their 3-year traversal is a testament to tenacity. Eventually, reaching European shores, they morph once again. Enter the glass eels, delicate, finger-length creatures, nearly invisible in their clarity, transitioning from the brine of the ocean to the freshwater streams, carving a path through the European continent. A third change beckons as these glass eels venture inland. Their bodies adapt, fins unfurl, pigments bloom. They are now yellow eels, muscular migrants in search of a haven they may occupy for years or even decades. What calls these creatures back to their origin? What whispers of nature tell them it's time to return to the Sargasso Sea? That remains a secret as they transform for the final time. Now silver eels, they forsake sustenance, their digestive systems dissolve, and they run purely on the reserves of their own bodies. In a finale that marks both an end and a beginning, the silver eels return to the Sargasso, release their eggs, and complete the cycle with their death, adding another layer to the mystery that envelops their species. This life cycle, a story of birth, transformation, and eventual death, is a marvel of the aquatic world that continues to bewitch and challenge the bounds of our understanding. It is a vivid reminder of the intricate dances of nature that occur beneath the water's surface, hidden away from human eyes. Part 2. The Eel, an enigma wrapped in the annals of history. The eel occupies more than just a niche in the aquatic ecosystem. It has a storied past with humanity, one that stretches into the realm of the divine for some ancient civilizations, like the Egyptians who saw these creatures as otherworldly. However, our scientific curiosity about eels began with a figure whose name is synonymous with knowledge, Aristotle. Aristotle, the forefather of eel study. Our minds often wander to philosophy when Aristotle's name is mentioned, but his fascination with the natural world is equally noteworthy. Within his extensive catalogue of writings rests Historia Animalium, a groundbreaking series where he pursued a comprehensive classification of the life that teemed around him. Amidst his profound compilations, he included an intriguing chapter on eels. One might imagine Aristotle, sharp knife in hand, delving into the flesh of an eel, sketching with uncanny precision the details of its form. It was this intense scrutiny that birthed what can be seen as the first scientific conjectures about the life of eels. Yet his speculations sometimes strayed into the realms of fantasy. He posited that eels forged a life nourishing on grass, and that they could endure on land many days sans water. His most influential and enduring claim, though, was about their reproduction, or presumed lack thereof. Ponder, Aristotle urged, upon the lifeless pond left barren by the drought's touch, its water dissipated, its floor an arid canvas. Miraculously, with the rains, this desolate basin teems with eels. How? They must have sprung from the earth itself, he asserted. The dispute over Aristotle's mud-born eel theory raged on, and through the ages, it spawned the eel question, a conundrum so pervasive it became a cornerstone quandary of zoology. The fascination with eel reproduction, spurred by Aristotle's intriguing but unverified observations, became a scientific riddle that persisted through the centuries, tantalizing and challenging the brightest of minds. Even today, after more than 2,000 years since Aristotle's day, the eel preserves its secrets, steadfastly navigating the waters of mystery as we continue to unravel the truths of its extraordinary existence. Part 3. Aristotle's Mystery Solved. The eel's reproduction revealed. For centuries, the way eels reproduce confounded the brightest scholarly minds, beckoning scientists to plumb the depths of its mystery. The enigma of the eel's reproduction, seemingly humbling in its defiance of comprehension, would hold out until the dawning of the scientific revolution, the end of spontaneous generation theories. Francesco Redi, an Italian scientist of the 17th century, glimpsed skepticism in Aristotle's claims of spontaneous generation. In his studies of flies and rotting meat, he unveiled a fundamental truth. Life came from life, indifferent to the creature considered, and this revelation would set the stage for a breakthrough in eel science, a discovery centuries in the making. It took a patient journey of over 100 years, from Redi's challenge to reach a momentous discovery in 1777. Carlo Mondini, seizing upon an opportunity presented by a mature female eel, detailed his post-mortem findings. The female eel's reproductive system, replete with eggs, was laid bare, yet the male counterpart's reproductive anatomy remained a veiled secret. The quest for the male eel's testicles. Another century's worth of scientific toil continued until hints of the eel's male reproductive system surfaced in Trieste. It was within this fervent search that a young, intrepid Sigmund Freud entered the fray, dissecting countless eels in a relentless quest for the elusive testicle. Despite his future renown in the realm of human psychology, Freud encountered failure, dissecting over 400 eels without identifying the organ of interest, a hidden truth and its influence on Freud. Freud's inability to find the testicle was not due to lack of diligence, but rather because of the eel's cunning biological strategy. The male eels he scrutinized simply had not matured, their sex organs undeveloped, waiting for the right time to emerge. Unbeknownst to Freud, some of the eels under his microscope were males on the brink of sexual maturation, their secrets tucked away. It wasn't until the glimmers of the 20th century that success was heralded off the Sicilian coast, with the discovery of the mature male silver eel, quelling the scientific community's long-held suspense. The curtain was finally raised, and the method of eel reproduction took its place alongside the breeding customs of other fish. While to Freud the eel's reproductive organs remained a professional white whale, the experience likely informed his later work in psychoanalysis. Peering into the eel, Freud may have found a metaphor for the hidden depths of human sexuality, a theme that would define his contribution to the understanding of the human psyche. Part 4. The momentous odyssey towards the eel's breeding ground discovery. As the dawn of the 20th century brought with it an era of scientific advancements, the riddle of the eel incubated a new question. Where did these mysterious creatures spawn? Observations had revealed a consistent pattern. Each autumn, adult eels swam from Europe's rivers out to sea, and come spring, youthful glass eels arrived on the shores. Theories abounded, but the true breeding grounds remained as elusive as the creature itself. A Danish biologist sets out on a monumental quest. Enter Johannes Schmidt, whose sheer will and scientific ambition bore the colossal undertaking of tracing the origins of the eel larvae. With meticulous intent, he embarked on a nautical expedition that would span nearly 2 decades, navigating the secret corridors of the ocean in search of the elusive spawning site. An arduous journey unveils the Sargasso Sea's secret Schmidt strategy, deploying nets across the vast expanse, meticulously documenting the larvae's size at various locations, was simplicity itself couched in Herculean effort. From the churning North Sea to the balmy waters near Egypt, his quest at first seemed Sisyphean, yielding only larvae of sizes similar to those known from the Mediterranean. Yet, it was when he set sail westward, with the anonymity of the open ocean bearing down upon him, that his fortune shifted. With each passing mile from Europe, the larvae within his grasp grew increasingly tinier. The pieces of an ancient maritime puzzle began to fall into place. Finally, in the watery expanse of the Sargasso Sea, Schmidt's relentless search came to a triumphant close. There, within the tangled seaweed and swirling currents, he discovered larval eels so small, so evidently newborn, that they heralded the long-sought spawning grounds of the eel, a biologist's legacy in the enduring eel enigma. Johannes Schmidt's discovery opened a new chapter in our understanding of the eel. We learned that the European eel embarked on an astonishingly vast odyssey, a journey of over 5,000 miles, to fulfill its reproductive destiny in the Sargasso Sea. Yet the question as to why eels undergo this demanding voyage remains, to this day, a conundrum. Their migration is one of nature's epic tales of resilience and remains a subject of wonder and speculation among biologists worldwide. Part 5. The intricate tapestry of eel navigation unraveled. Finding the breeding grounds of the eel instigated another layer of intrigue. How do these creatures, born of the enigmatic Sargasso Sea, navigate such a colossal distance with the assurance of the seasons? The speculation surrounding their journey suggests an interplay between finely tuned senses and ancient instincts, a navigational prowess as extraordinary as the eels themselves. Heightened senses and instinct guide the eel's pilgrimage. It appears that eels are gifted with a formidable sense of smell, a sensitivity so sharp they could discern a mere droplet of fragrance in an expanse of water. This remarkable trait may very well be a linchpin in their voyage across the oceanic abyss, possibly allowing them to detect the distinct essence of the Sargasso or even track fellow travelers. Beyond olfactory prowess, eels are thought to be sensitive to the geomagnetic field of the Earth. Birds employ a similar mechanism during their migrations, and for eels, this geomagnetic awareness could function as a natural compass, guiding their way through open waters with incredible precision. Instincts and modern science converge in revealing eel secrets. The hypothesis that eels possess an innate understanding of their migratory path, a legacy of evolution, led to an ambitious scientific endeavor in 2016. A battalion of 700 eels were equipped with electronic tags, transformed into aquatic messengers, their every turn and detour to be chronicled by modern technology. When the data poured in, it painted a picture of eel migration, both complex and fascinating. The beginning of their journeys was marked by routes as individual as fingerprints, not a single eel beelining directly for the breeding grounds. Instead, it was upon nearing the Azores, the expedition's midpoint, that their courses aligned, as if an internal switch was flipped, rallying them toward their collective destination. Interpreting the eel's submerged compass. These findings suggest that eels possess a phased navigational strategy, an initial reliance on their robust senses to lay the foundations of their path, followed by a later shift to a more instinctual homing instinct, particularly as they draw nearer to their natal waters. The story of eel migration remains one where instinct and sensory acumen entwine, and even with this understanding, the way eels traverse the vast Atlantic to the Sargasso Sea retains shreds of mystery, a natural journey, as awe-inspiring as it is enigmatic. Part 6. Within the eel's aquatic narrative, environment dictates transformation. In the dramatic cycle of the eel's life, breeding represents both climax and conclusive act. Following their epic transatlantic journey to spawn, Eels tragically succumb shortly after ensuring the continuity of their lineage. However, the plot thickens when we observe that in the absence of the call to migrate, these creatures could delay their final transformation indefinitely. Eel development hinges on their surroundings, not the passing of time. It is in the intrigue of the eel's ability to postpone maturation that we discover a biological peculiarity. Environmental cues, rather than chronological age, are the maestro conducting their metamorphoses. Consider the tale of an eel from Brantevik, Sweden, where a century and a half in a well left an eel virtually unchanged, save for the evolution of its eyes suited for dark waters. Similarly, in the contained world of a fish tank, eels live out extended years with neither growth nor sexual maturation milestones. Such stagnation challenges the human paradigm of development, with its predictable procession tied to the years of our lives, untangling the catalysts of the eel's life-changing stages. In an attempt to unravel this unique life strategy, an Irish study in the 1980s revealed a startling diversity of ages among silver eels, all at the same point in their life cycle. Clearly, it was not the eel's age that beckoned it forth to its next stage of existence. But if not the counting of seasons, what then? Perhaps it is the eel's success in weight gain, or some yet unknown signals from their environment that whisper the moment for change. The complete answer remains shrouded in the watery depths of their realms, a riddle yet to be solved. The eel's perception of time dances to an internal rhythm, a tune in harmony with their individual sagas, unbound by any terrestrial calendars. It is a reflection of a life less ordinary, marked by phases of growth and change, dictated by a mysterious interplay with the environment, a symphony still being uncovered note by intriguing note. Part 7. The uncertain destiny of eels in an era of human impact. Once gracing tables across Europe, the eel now faces a precarious future, its numbers dwindling alarmingly with each passing decade. From the ample swarm of glass eels of the 1970s to a mere trickle in recent years, the fall to roughly 5% of their former strength stands as a stark warning, a conundrum masked by human intervention. The decline of the eel is a complex issue, the latest added layer to the long-standing eel question. Pinning down a cause is, as with many things eel-related, shrouded in uncertainty. However, one aspect is clear. Human actions are at the forefront of this crisis. Humanity's role in the EEL's plight, overfishing, is a significant contributor to the issue. Young glass eels, ensnared in nets before they've had the chance to grow, are a prime target, especially in regions where they are highly prized as a culinary treat. Yet the multi-pronged assault on the eel population extends beyond the reach of fishers. Our global interconnectedness invites diseases and parasites to traverse oceanic divides, wreaking havoc among eels far beyond their home territories. We've reshaped the eel's ancient migratory pathways with our engineering marvels. This interference, manifested in locks, dams, and particularly lethal hydroelectric plants, holds back the tides of eels in their relentless quest toward and from the breeding grounds of the Sargasso Sea, facing the tide of climate change. However, it is climate change that casts the most sinister shadow over the eel's prospects. The grand conveyor belt of the ocean's currents, which has for eons shepherded eel larvae toward Europe, is being rerouted by the warming of our planet. Such a shift could strangle the very lifeline that ensures the continuation of their species. In this struggle, the European Union has taken a stand with ambitious conservation measures. The creation of fish bridges and mandates to release captured glass eels back into the wild are valiant attempts to alter the trajectory of decline. The directive has been set, the efforts invested, but the reality remains that the fate of the eel hangs in the balance. In the dialogue between humankind and nature, the prevailing question is whether our interventions will be enough to sustain this ancient and mysterious vagabond of the seas. Final summary. The eel's narrative is one of enduring enigma, a tale woven through the tapestry of scientific endeavor. From the times of Aristotle, who first contemplated the reproductive secrets of this creature, to modern-day scientists grappling with its rapid decline. The eel continually poses questions that evolve with each revelation about its nature. The metamorphic life cycle of the eel, from the hatchling emerging in the Sargasso Sea to its development and eventual return for spawning, has long captured the curiosity of researchers. With each transformation in its journey, the eel has challenged our understanding and expanded the boundaries of the natural world's enigmatic processes. Finding answers, unlocking new mysteries, we've come far from pondering their very essence and reproductive methodologies to uncovering where eels began their life's voyage. Yet, as we gleaned insights and filled the gaps of knowledge, these findings paved the way for current, existential queries about their future. Presently, we face an eel conundrum of a different nature. No longer solely a subject of scientific intrigue, the eel now stands as a symbol of the delicate balance between natural life and human impact. With populations in precipitous decline, the question has become one of urgency and preservation. Why are eel numbers plummeting? And how can we, as stewards of their environment, reverse this course? A call to action for eel conservation. Amidst the quest for understanding, the eel teeters on the brink of a precarious fate, its very existence threatened by factors such as overfishing, disease, habitat disruption, and the profound shifts brought on by climate change. Our answers to the eel's modern-day plight must be swift and effective, as the window to safeguard this once abundant species narrows. In the final accounting, we stand at a precipice, with the future of the eel uncertain and the shadow of irreversible loss looming. Whether the eel, this slippery subject of fascination and study, will persist in the wild or become a mere footnote in the annals of natural history remains to be seen, hinging on our willingness and ability to respond to this enduring natural mystery. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.